20 minutes of nonstop news begins with a not guilty plea from the ousted leader of Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro made his first court appearance today after the United States captured him over the weekend. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm Fred Shropshire.
And I'm Jacqueline London. Maduro and his wife are charged with narco-terrorism conspiracy, cocaine importation conspiracy, and weapons offenses. In federal court today, he declared himself innocent and a decent man. As of right now, Maduro and his wife are not seeking bail. The couple will remain behind bars at a facility in Brooklyn. Meanwhile, today in Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez was formally sworn in as acting president. She served as Maduro's vice president since 2018. Experts say Maduro's trial is not expected to begin until next year. Tonight, officials in the Trump administration are scheduled to give a classified briefing to lawmakers about the raid in Venezuela, which was carried out without notice to Congress. The president has said the U.S. is now in charge of Venezuela. NBC 10's Isabel Sanchez is live in New York with more on what happened in court. Isabel.
We were inside the courtroom for this very brief but eventful hearing. Maduro did address the judge, saying in Spanish that he was innocent and that he was still the president of Venezuela, alleging that he was kidnapped. And as all of that was unfolding outside protesters grew louder. Singing the Venezuelan anthem, waving flags and calling for justice, dozens of Venezuelans stood outside the federal courthouse in the cold as Nicolas Maduro faced a judge for the first time since his detention this weekend.
We're here today representing millions of Venezuelans around the world that cannot stay here in this historical moment. Seeing Maduro in jail, this is the start, the beginning of our change to our country.
Just steps away, a very different message. Protesters from several organizations also gathered, demanding Maduro and his wife be released and calling on the United States to stay out of Venezuela.
We are against that. We are standing against U.S. intervention. We saw what happened in Iraq. They told lies, then they put boots on the ground. It was horrible.
Inside the courthouse, packed with media and observers, Maduro and his wife Celia Flores stood before a judge as the charges were read. The indictment accuses them of conspiracy to commit narco-terrorism, conspiracy to import cocaine, and possession of machine guns and destructive devices. With the help of an interpreter, Maduro spoke directly to the judge, saying in Spanish, "I am Nicolas Maduro Moros, president of Venezuela." He also claimed he was kidnapped from his home the night of January 3rd and said he considers himself a war prisoner. The judge responded that those claims can be addressed later through legal motions. Maduro pleaded not guilty to all charges, adding in Spanish, "I am a decent man. I am still the president of my country." Things are a lot calmer now. Maduro and his wife are back in Brooklyn in that detention center. At the end of the hearing, something did happen. He turned around to wave at the crowd and a man yelled at him, "You will pay." He responded by saying that in the grace of God, he will be free.
Isabel, you are from Venezuela. You still have family and friends who live there. What are they telling you about the reaction to the strikes and the arrest of Maduro?
It's such a complex issue, Jackie. So you can have a better idea. It's been more than 26 years since Chavez and Maduro entered power. For many Venezuelans, what happened was a very tough regime that forced millions of people outside of the country. What they tell me, people in Venezuela, my family members, my friend, is that they are in disbelief. They still don't believe that this is actually happening. Also a little bit afraid because according to what they tell me, the people who remain in power also have the same practices, and they are concerned about the thousands of people who remain as political prisoners. According to multiple organizations that fight for human rights, these people remain under political prison in Venezuela, and it's not clear yet if they will be released after this Maduro detention. It is a complex issue. It's not black and white. I can tell you that there is relief, but also concerned about what's coming next.
Isabel Sanchez live in New York. Our eyes and ears inside that courtroom relaying what we cannot see and hear. Great to have you there.